The other two that we do are the ventral gluteal and the dorsal gluteal. And that's part of the gluteus maximus. The gluteus maximus are three big muscles. So, may I use you, Melinda? So when I'm trying to figure out where the ventral gluteals is, I need to find where that iliac crest is. And usually they're laying on their side. This is not ideal. They're laying on their side. So you can actually feel the arch of the iliac crest, and then there's that little protuberance on the iliac crest. And then what you do is you put your hand on their hip bone, put your finger toward that little pointy part, and at the top of the iliac crest, this is where you're going to give the ventral gluteal.
Okay.
And some people say, do I have to hold my hand there? No, you don't have to hold your hand there. You know, what we'll do is we'll just identify this is where I'm going to give it. I get my alcohol wipe out, and then I plant my alcohol wipe right up there. Let the skin dry, and just below that alcohol, I mean, you don't have to get exactly where you point your finger, but maybe an inch or so.
So in the love
That's
handle
like on your
area.
head.
Can you
Just
show
above
that
your
one
hip
more
bone?
time? What were your landmarks there?
Yep, so what you're trying to do is find the iliac crest.
Okay.
So the iliac, oh, thank you. So what I'm going to do is, and you'll have to show me how you determine a landmark in the video, either on a mannequin or on a person. And so what I'm doing is finding that, and then I try and find that little protuberance right here.
Got it.
And then what I do is you find the hip bone, and it's much easier when they're laying on their side, and you just point your hand that way. This is where I'm going to give it. And some people say, isn't that right where their hip is? But if they're laying on their side, no, it isn't.
I feel like you feel right.
Ventral gluteal, it's a great IM site, because the muscle can't tighten up very much. Okay, the dorsal gluteal, I'm going to have you turn the lens.
That's the one I like. There's plenty of muscle.
You make a line right down the middle of their back, and then the iliac crest is right here, so you have here, and then you divide it again in quarters, and it's the outer,
It's the
upper outer,
Upper outer.
on either side.
Okay.
Big muscle.
Yep.
The only problem is it's closer to that sciatic nerve,
Oh.
where the ventral gluteal isn't, and some people can kind of tighten up this gluteal muscle more than this gluteal one. So this is ventral gluteal, this is dorsal gluteal.
And for our video, we're doing the dorsal.
You'll do the ventral.
The ventral,
So that's
okay.
this-
Ventral gluteal, yeah.
Really? We're doing this one? Oh
Mm-hmm.
my gosh.
I know.
Where's that?
I'm going to make you do the hard one.
The top and then the
No.
I think that's easier than trying to find the...
Actually, it's easier because the person's on their side, you know, it's really a lot more comfortable. But a lot of nurses are very uncomfortable with it. So I'm glad you have that sheet. This is for what I use for the LPNs, but it spells it out so nicely. That's why I had it. But what I'd like you to test out when you do your actual performance is use your Minnesota Board of Nursing ability. Okay? And you'll be doing the IM and the sub-Q. The handouts that I gave you have the Dilaudid and insulin to give. Okay? So why don't you guys try and practice line up? And do you guys remember?
So you draw what you need. So say we need one.
We need 1 mil.
So we're doing our one.
So the top of the black plunger is where it should be on your one.
Wait a minute, where are we?
Perfect. Perfect.
Giving in.
Say that again?
Oh, nope. Up a little higher.
You draw
The
an
top.
air equal to what you need.
There you go. Perfect.
So the top should be on it.
How much?
The
like-
top
like
right
so?
here. Perfect.
1 mil.
The top of this piece right here should get the one.
But this piece right there.
Right.
Caps off already?
Yeah, I'm just
Okay,
excited.
I was on it, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Good. Sometimes, you know, I can't tell. So what I do is while I'm drawing up the air, I just pull back a little bit past the one, and then I push it up towards the 1 increment marker.
And this one we're counting it's by 10, so if that was supposed to be, okay, I see. Okay. Just looking at the needle.
Well, so that's a half,
Right.
half a mil.
Right.
So you pull down a little further.
Right. I know, I'm just, we had this in our book and I'm just trying to figure out.
So then we go down in it.
Yep, and you alcohol it off.
If it's a reused one.
Yeah, or you can
then
just use the alcohol pad like this. Alcohol off. And I just hold it flat, and I make sure I have the right drug expiration date. And I just go in between the bullseye. Yep. And then I push my air in,
Into the liquid or just into the open space?
just into the space.
Almost there is no open space.
Yeah, oh,
Air
liquid.
Put it in.
And then I invert it. So you push your needle in. You don't have to push the needle in all the way. I just push it into the neck of the vial.
Is it okay if it drips out like
It's
that?
just because it's been used so much.
And you can let
The
it go
rubber
on your own.
stopper
So
is.
we put our air
It's
in,
just a little
Yep.
now we
it's
turn it
okay.
upside down.
Yep, and
a lot
I
of-
I make sure I can see the label,
Right, okay.
and then I just pull back what I need.
Like this one, I have to go way down here.
So if you need to push air back in, you